It was at this moment that he knew.
He bucked up. Welcome. You're listening to Bucked Up with Sam Buck.
Fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you have fucked up.
Welcome to the Bucked Up podcast. We were talking about, so my grandma's doctor murdered her husband and got away with it in court because he beat her and shit.
Oh,
and then she would brag about it as a she was a doctor, and she'd be checking up on my grandma, hitting her knee, and then be like, I fucking murked that
dude. That's a real feminist queen
icon.
right
That's
there,
a
bro.
feminist.
That's
RGB
right there,
part 2.
Yo, yeah, dude, she should be in the Hall of Fame,
RGBT.
Was she in Mass?
Yeah, she was a Cape Cod doctor.
And let me tell you something. That's got to be harder to get away with in Massachusetts. I don't feel like Massachusetts is a
if you're in the South, you can probably murder people all the time. I'm just guessing. Have you ever been up to Maine, northern Maine?
Yes.
The more northern Maine you get, the more South you get. They have Southern accents. They're racist. They'll fly Confederate flags.
I went to Portland, Maine.
Oh, that's liberal.
Dude, that shit was crazy,
I love
bro.
Portland, Maine.
Yo, I got pulled over for drunk driving. Not me, but the girl I was with, she was drunk driving, and I was. This was the time where they were doing all these shootings. The cops were shooting, minorities.
Yeah,
I look like Muslim and maybe Spanish, and then my girl's definitely Spanish, right? And the cops pull us over. My girl's half in the bag, bro. She's like, "Yo, bro," she's like, "Hi, officer." I'm like, "Yo, bitch, you don't even sound like that."
And she's drunk as shit.
I didn't realize how drunk I didn't know how drunk she was. And always go with your first instinct. They teach you that shit in grade school. Go with your first instinct. I was gonna tell her, let's pull over to this McDonald's, let's get some food and eat at the parking lot.
You got it.
Because I felt a weird energy, bro. I felt like we're gonna get caught tonight. We've been drinking and driving for at least a year.
Yeah.
And but I don't listen to myself. Anyway, cops pull us over. She's fucking happy. And I'm like, I got my hands on the dashboard, bro. The whole time. She basically shaking. I'm like, we're going to get shot. And then she agrees to do a field test, a field sobriety test. And I can hear her failing.
What?
And I want to turn around. Hey, bitch, just stop. Yo, say no to this shit. Right? Because I know she's fit. I hear the cop going.
If you say no, they arrest you, though, automatically.
But this is what they don't tell you. This is what the lawyer told us. If you say no, you have a better chance in court. It's going to go to court anyway. You're drunk. Right? It's going to go to court. You know you're going to fail. Just say no.
Yeah.
Right?
Because then it gives you a few hours to sober up before they do the breathalyzer.
Because you could deny that too. You could be like, nah, I'm not taking that. Take me to jail. Right? And then the lawyer could create benefit of the doubt. But we're not assholes. You got to be a true asshole on your 4th DUI to do some shit like that, bro. But anyway, so she's, I hear her failing, bro. And then I just look at the cop. I'm like, hey, man, listen. I'm nervous right now. And he goes, why? I said, because you a cop and I don't want to get shot, bro. He goes, we don't do that shit here. We don't do that in Maine, bro. I'm going to drive you home after this. And he drove me home, bro.
That's very nice.
I took my girl to jail.
Did you bail her out, or you're like, I'm gonna let her
I went to sleep. How was I gonna bail her out? I have no car. I'm hammered too.
So you just let her sleep it off?
Nah,
did you pick her up in the morning?
They released her an hour late. They said we're gonna most likely release her an hour later.
I just see her kicking down the door. You're just having a nice dream. You have a sleep cap on. You're just sleeping. She kicks down the door, just where the fuck were you?
Nah, she knew. But before she left, I said, hey, baby, I'm not gonna go and pick your ass up. Yo, go grab an Uber back. And I wrote the address for her.
How long after that did you guys stay together?
Maybe a year.
Oh, that was a tense year, I bet.
Yeah, bro, we had to.
That changes. I feel like that changes the dynamic.
But it wasn't because of that. It was because I was talking to other women. It wasn't because of that. No, I was just talking to other women.
All right.
But like I was just doing it because I wanted to break up with her. Honestly, I think about this shit. I believe that you know, they're saying, what happens in the dark always comes to the light. That shit is real, but only because motherfuckers feel so guilty they just snitching themselves.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I left my phone in the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like,
No, wait. I do understand what you're saying, but I feel like sometimes you just leave your phone in the bathroom.
for hours.
Okay, you were just
This
like...
is 2020, 2019, 2018, bro.
Okay.
Our phones are always by our
You were
side.
like, you left it unlocked.
Watching a Netflix movie.
Phone in the bathroom.
Phone in the bathroom. She comes from work. Honestly, the happiest I ever seen this bitch.
When she
She's
ran.
never been happier in our lives. She comes in. She's showing me so much love, bro. Like, unconditional. I was sick. I should remind you. I should say I was sick. So she comes in. She goes, baby, I'm going to make you some tea. Just let me shower real quick. She's kissing me. She's hugging me. She's, I miss you so much, my dad. I got to stop cheating on this bitch, yo. Like, I got to stop talking to other
You're like,
women.
shit, I got to get to the bathroom before this bitch.
No. I'm not even thinking about it, bro. I'm telling you, I never had this much adoration before from another human being. She goes to the bathroom, and usually she's a quick, person. She takes a shower really quick.
I thought you were going, she's a quick shitter.
She's a quick shitter and shower, bro. She's blang, shower, shit to shower type of chick, you know?
No way.
No white. Nah, I hope that's not true. I eat a butt a lot. So, so she's in the shower. I'm like, man, this bitch taking a long time. And I'm like, where's my phone? Let me text this hoe. And I'm looking for my phone. I'm going deep into the couch crevices. I'm like, oh shit. I was watching a pod because I will listen to podcasts in the shower, and I'm pretty sure I left my phone there. And I just got to praise to the Lord that two things happened. I deleted Tinder, and that she forgot my password. Right? She comes out the bathroom. But by the way, I don't go to knock on the bathroom. I just gotta live with what happens. I would know what happens when she comes out. She comes out of the bathroom, and she just ghosts me, bro. She just keeps walking straight to the kitchen, and I'm like, and she goes, "I'm gonna make you your tea," and I'm like, okay. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, do I run to the bathroom right now to see if my phone is there, or do I go to the kitchen? I go to the kitchen for like a minute, and then I was like, all right, baby, I'll be right back to see how she was. This bitch goes, we had just came from Costa Rica, and we bought Cubans, and she goes and she lights a Cuban. She just starts smoking it like a depressed black man in the 50s.
Like you have to start singing the blues.
Yeah, and she's just smoking, and she starts pouring herself. She made herself, what's that whiskey drink? Where they put bitters in it.
A whiskey sour or a Manhattan?
No, not a Manhattan. Old fashioned. She
Old
made
fashioned.
herself an old fashioned and smoked a cigar, bro. I'm like, oh shit. So I go to the bathroom. My phone, I swear to everything I love, was exactly where I left it. I picked it up. It's exactly on the podcast that I was listening to. And then I looked, I exited that and I look and I see the Tinder is not deleted on his phone. But there's a chance that this bitch just wanted to smoke a cigar and make herself an old fashioned, because everything is exactly how I left it. I go in there, she's tearing. She's just crying, bro. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh shit. And my tea's being made. And now I'm sitting in front of her trying to make conversation. I say, hey man, you acting weird. I won't even admit, I know, I'm 85% sure she knows that I'm talking to other women. But I
don't mean to laugh. I'm
No,
just
laugh,
like,
buddy,
this
laugh.
second.
So I'm like, there's a 15% chance though that she's crying. Maybe she found out someone died. Like I'm trying to like, I'm not gonna admit to
It's
it.
too bitter.
It's she just wants
She's
many
like,
bitters in
this
this
isn't a
motherfucker.
real Cuban.
We should have bought a humidifier. Fucking it dried up on us. So she's making this tea, and I'm like, I can't let her get to that hot water because we're not making it in a tea kettle. We're just heating up water.
Like you're gonna cook crack.
Yes, exactly. And then we poured it into the mug. I'm like, she's gonna splash this shit in my face if she. There's an 80. You know what I mean? I don't know how crazy she is. And
Had she ever done anything crazy like this before?
one
Like-
time she punched me, but like in the chest, because she was really upset. I just made her feel real stupid one day, and I was just on one, you know. And she punched me, and I grabbed her and I held her. I was like, "Don't ever do that shit again, please. I love you, but I don't want to be hit by." She's 5'10".
Oh,
She's 5'10", 178. You know, when she punches, when she fucks you up, when she wants to fuck with you, like that shit. It's like I'm wrestling with a much weaker man. But what I'm saying is, anyway, she goes. This is when I knew that she knew 100%. She goes, "Am I not enough for you?" And am I just not?
Ani's
enough
having a
for you?
panic attack
I
in
know.
the corner right now.
And I'm like, I should pour this tea in myself. So I take I don't even let it heat up all the way. I pour it in. I put a thing. I cut a lemon. She passes me a knife. I'm like, yo, this is so crazy, bro, to cut the lemon. And then, you know, we had like a 6-hour fucking conversation. And then we lasted for like another 6 months.
Wait, okay. All right. So, you leaving her when she got her DUI didn't end it. You cheated.
I didn't leave her. I didn't leave her.
I mean leaving her in prison, in the jail cell.
The truth, I think the cops gave her a ride. She couldn't even take an Uber. We're in Maine, bro. Like, no one's doing Uber at that time.
Yeah. But then, all right, this situation didn't break you guys up. What broke you guys up finally?
The truth,
Yeah.
I never deleted Tinder. Right?
Yeah. You didn't even like think to put it like at the back of like
Bro, this is what I'm saying. Like,
A
I
folder.
think people just want to get. Honestly, I wanted this relationship to end. I didn't have the balls to end it.
yeah, you want to get caught. Daniel Tosh has that bit where he's like, I wish I walk in on her blowing a dude. So I can just be like, thank God we're done. I can leave.
Well, yes, I was like, you know, I'm not saying that I was doing it, but it felt. I was like, why was I so easily like? I was so loose with things, you know, and yeah, and the reason why that is because we were friends for way longer than that. Like, and I convinced her to date me. And then when I realized it wasn't gonna work, I didn't have. I just convinced this bitch to date me after years of her saying, "Nah, we shouldn't. We're good friends." You know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Welcome to the Bucked Up Podcast. We're here with comedian and friend Kevin Sanchez. Thank you so much for coming on. That was a great intro to this. But no, that is like, I feel like as a guy, you get trapped sometimes. Like you feel.
but I trapped myself.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like.
I thought it was gonna be the storybook. Like, yo, I knew this girl since we were both kids, basically, and I thought I was gonna have like marry my best friend. Like, I just thought that was gonna be it, and I just came out of a whole phase. My heart was just broken, and I finally like, you know, none of that mattered. I get to date my best friend.
But I feel like forcing it doesn't like
It
if
was
you want
forced.
it to be like, oh, this is gonna be the fairy tale thing.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be.
And it never is. If you don't have a sexual chemistry right away, honestly, I believe that's just never gonna work.
You have a podcast called The Mac.
The Mac Almanac. Yeah, boy.
And I agree. I feel very bad when I have friends who talk about relationships who aren't like sexually compatible too.
Yo, I never got that shit.
I feel like that's not everything, but like,
that's a chunk.
yeah.
That's a big chunk. Like right now, you're what? You're 22?
I'm 23.
23. So you're like still at your peak horniest. Like I just hit.
No, I got my peak horniness out young. So like, I know I've said this, but like my mom thought I was gay growing up. So when I got my first girlfriend, she was like, she can just sleep in your room.
Ain't nothing gonna happen to that.
No, she was like,
cover it up right now.
she was like,
Look
thank
at my
God it's not a dude. I'll let him fuck. Like if he wants to fuck, he can. So like when I was
Look
6,
at my son at 12 bringing
like
a
when I
beard.
was 16 to 18, I was just fucking. And so I just
in your house,
yeah.
yo, you used to be my idols. Like kids like you.
But I was a loser in school. It was all girls I met off Tinder.
Bro, loser. Wait. Oh, you had.
I had Tinder when I was like 16. I had Tinder when I was like 16. You could still do that.
Oh, that's weird.
So I would just be matching with chicks. And
So you were fucking adults?
no, I was fucking chicks my age.
Wait.
You could be 16 matching with other 16-year-olds.
Oh, so Tinder doesn't do that no more.
No.
I wonder, like, if someone was like, "This is a bad idea." I wonder how that meeting went. Like, we
Probably
should-
because of all the child pornography sent and given between the
God.
people met on Tinder.
Yo, it's-
Like I think about that, like the amount of felonies that I received and sent when I was younger, because I didn't know no better. Just
do you
like
mean?
if a hot girl who's 16 wants to send me a nude, and I'm 16
And
too.
you're
Don't
16,
don't
yeah,
cut
yeah,
the don't cut the.
Hey,
but like,
Sam, I'm on record gonna say. Don't
This is
talk to
all
16-year-olds.
allegedly. This is all allegedly.
Don't, not even like this. Don't talk to 16.
No, what never do. But like when you're that age, you don't think about it like, oh, this is a crime. You just think about it like,
Wait, it's
oh,
a crime for a 16-year-old
yeah.
to send another 16-year-old a
yeah,
naked
that's
picture?
child
That's
pornography.
statutory. Yeah.
That's
No,
child-
no, it's a 16-year-old on 16-year-old.
Yeah.
There's people who've gone to prison because their parents have found their phone, seen nudes, and been like, that's child pornography.
That's interesting. Yo, thank God I don't gotta. Thank God I didn't grow up through that shit, bro.
It's wild.
because I don't know. Because the hood got more money now, so everyone has a smartphone, and we're the most. I can't wait to see the comedians that come up that are growing up in this era with phones like this. Because all the hood kids got iPhones and shit like that, and they're ruthless. If they're still as ruthless as I remember them growing up, yo, this is gonna be some insane stuff.
But I feel like, so shout out Family Trappers. Shout out James from Family Trappers, a dope clothing brand. He's literally one of the grew up Buffalo, streets.
is that
like,
the guy you just interviewed?
No, this is he has been on a past episode, but he's literally one of the funniest people I've ever. Like he has me laughing harder than I think I've in like bits. Like if he just took what he said, it would be the most brilliant bits. But the second a camera turns on, he gets so it's like they get so and I think when you're talking about like, I don't think you want to be on camera a lot. I don't think you want like
Yeah, but
to
these
be.
kids grew up with cameras all around them. They grew up with it, so like it's second
It's
nature.
different.
To them. It's different.
It's different.
Like it took me a while to get comfortable.
That's why I
saying
feel
shit
like a
around
lot of
cameras.
new rappers, like young rappers, are getting in trouble because they came up with the internet and now they're rich, and now they just still flex their guns and shit and are still in the streets, like fucking Fujiano and Pooh Shiesty from Gucci Mane's label Fujiano just got put away for 5 years. Pooh Shiesty just got his bond revoked. Like, and that's the #1 selling rapper right now.
Pooh Shiesty
Yeah.
is the #1 selling rapper.
Back in Blood has been #1 on like the urban chart. I hate the Have you urban rooms and shit? That's such a shitty like term.
It's a shitty term. But
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing though.
but
So, like,
urban rooms is like such a shitty term.
yo, honestly, I want to do more black rooms. I got to more like urban rooms, Latino black rooms. I got to, cause like it's just a different entity. Like you got to be funnier so much quicker.
Do you feel like it's easier for you to be funny in front of white crowds?
Yes, cause I'm there. I don't know how to say this. I don't want to sound like a PC fucking vulture, but I'm there entertain. I don't know how to explain it to you. I'm there.
You have a different perspective than them.
Yeah, sure. That's a good way to put it.
No, I
don't
do
know.
get like they can laugh at things and feel okay with it because
guess.
of you. Like,
I don't know how to explain, bro. But it's a little easier. They give me more leeway, you know. And then if you do black crowds, it's just like you better hit them in the face. You gotta establish that you're funny quicker. If not, they would just tune you out. They'll just start talking over your shit. It is hilarious. It gets you better. It really does.
Well, you were like, don't talk comedy, but the conversation got this way. But like, I think
My bad, bro.
no, no. This is.
Actually, this is your show. This is your.
This
bad.
is my. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I think it's good to put yourself in situations that are harder. I came up with people throwing drinks at me and
That's
shit.
so- I mean,
like,
Yo, that's the only thing though. I'm used to white people, white crowds in New York. Very liberal place now, right? Like, I don't know how I would fare in Mass. I could be totally fucking hated the whole time, you know? I would love that. Yeah, I got to do some shows with white people that don't hide racism. That's what I got to do, yo. That's how I know I'm good. If I can get them to laugh, yeah.
you were saying a story before we started that your mom's 80.
Yeah, she's 80.
And how old are you?
The mother that raised me is 80.
Oh, okay.
I'm adopted.
Okay.
And I'm 30. I just turned 30.
How old? So I was saying, did she have you when she was 50 or no?
No, but she adopted me around her 50s, I think. Yes, around her 50s, she's adopted.
How old were you when she adopted you?
93. Well, when she adopted me officially?
How long when you started living with her?
Since 93. So I was born in 91, so 2 years, when I was 2 years old.
So you knew that was all you knew.
That's all I knew.
Did you have any connection to your mom?
Yeah. Yeah. Because the way the foster care system worked then, they'll give your parents a chance to sober up. She wasn't abusive, but she was neglectful, right? Because she was on drugs, right? And she just lived a very alternative lifestyle. And yeah, so she was like, they gave her ample time. They gave her like almost 10 years to like get her shit together. And so we were 5 years, I should say. And then we were in foster care for all that time technically, but just under one roof, which never happens. And
With any of your actual siblings?
With two of my actual siblings.
How many siblings do you have?
Blood related, 3 that I know of. My father was a pimp by blood, but he didn't know I was born. He didn't know I existed till I was 25. He had no idea I was on planet Earth. You know, my mom escaped to Puerto Rico because she was fucking my dad, but she had a husband selling drugs in New York who was being deported back to Dominican Republic because he got caught selling drugs, right? And the harsher sentence wasn't jail in New York. The harsher sentence was like, you got to go back to Dominican Republic. That's crazy, bro. I just thought about that.
That is crazy. They're like,
is crazy.
we're not going to lock you. We're just going to send you back
We're
there.
not even, 3 square meals a day. You be lucky to get that in DR, bro. Get the fuck out of here, son.
You could have and he was probably, so he was just free in the DR.
Yeah. So when he said, hey, bitch, I'm coming back. And
They allowed him back.
DR was like, he's a hustler. Come back. Who you said it was? Oh, I remember. He was the hitting coach of 84. So he's good. He's going to,
Was he?
I'm making shit up.
No, but that's crazy that they're like, you don't get to go to jail. You go
gotta
to
go back to DR.
But
He
you're
goes,
free.
no,
You're
no,
free
no,
in
no,
DR.
no, no, no.
But then DR's like, yeah, you can go back. And America's like, all right, it's been long enough.
Yeah. Well, maybe DR was trying to become something where
Was it like a fake? Did he come by as a different identity?
No, he came back. As far as I know, this story is being told 3 or 4th hand. Okay.
Yeah.
So my mom hears this and she's like, well, I've been fucking some other guy and I'm pregnant. I'm just going to go to Puerto Rico, get an abortion, and maybe come back or weigh my options out, whatever the fuck she did. So she took a boat. When he was coming back, she bounced in the middle of the night. Didn't tell anyone. Didn't tell my father that she was pregnant. She took a boat 3/4 of the way to Puerto Rico with a couple of other people. She had to swim the rest of the way. 2 or 3 people died that night. She did the shit.
Wait, so she took a small boat.
Mm-hmm.
Boat sank, or they just dropped him off?
No, you can't. I mean, they can't just pull up to Puerto
you can't.
Rico.
Yeah. So she's pregnant.
Pregnant with me.
With you.
with me and my twin. Yeah, she's pregnant with me and my twin.
She swims to Puerto Rico.
Yeah. This is what's being told to me.
Yeah, yeah.
You know. She swims not all the way from Dominican Republic, but like,
No, of course. Yeah.
you know.
The boat drops
it's
him
the
off.
fucking, but it's still a fucking ocean.
2 people died.
Couple people died.
Couple people
From what
died.
I hear. And she gets an abortion. And then she aborted my sister. Oh, like my sibling. I don't know why I keep saying sister. I have no idea. I just assume. I don't know why. I think it was a girl.
You think it was a girl,
Yeah.
and she got, and you survived.
Yeah, but yeah,
She was probably so mad.
no.
She's like, God damn
I
it.
can never do nothing right.
Did she know it was twins?
She had no idea.
Oh, because I would be like, give her 2 abortions.
Yeah, well, they would have done it already. Yeah,
Is that how it works?
pull it off.
If you have
It's just like-
twins,
it's like
they just give you 2 of
Instead
them?
of 2 was 4 hours. You know.
No, that's fucked. So how does she get back to the United States?
Well, you're in Puerto Rico. She just.
This
is pre-internet, bro. Like this is like
She just flies
you
back.
could just fake shit. No,
Yeah.
she just goes to New York. And I'm Puerto Rican, bitch. And Puerto Rico, if you're in Puerto Rico,
But why couldn't she get to Puerto Rico?
I don't know, bro. Honestly, I don't know. I have no idea.
No, I understand. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, because I try to get like my brother told me the story, my older brother,
Yeah.
and I tried to talk to my mom. Well, at first, like, motherfucker, that sounds crazy, bro.
Was your mom ever sober?
Maybe a year or 2, but like,
Could you ever have like real conversations with her?
no, but not because of her habits. She just drinks a little bit of alcohol now.
Mhm.
She's basically sober now. You know, she's living like a regular human being. But I can't because it's just I don't hold no grudge or resentment towards her. But like she's so guilty. She feels so guilty that it's uncomfortable for me. 'Cause I already forgave you, B. Like you could just chill, be relaxed.
So she does feel bad about it.
Of course she feels bad. That'd be weird if she didn't though. That'd be cool if she did it. You know, like, yo, son, you look good, man.
You want a hit?
Yo, you don't look like you skip any meals, man. Like
You've been stealing my spoons?
good life. Good life.
No, but she does feel. Do any of your other siblings feel that like I forgive you?
You know, I never asked. I never asked these motherfuckers, do you forgive her? Or do they even care? Because I knew almost instantly I had a different family. Right? Even though I was adopted at 2. Like the moment I could form thoughts and shit, my mom was like, oh well, this is what So my foster mom,
Mm-hmm.
this is a different time, bro. People were a lot rougher and they didn't know how to deal with shit, bro. She didn't have Google. She didn't have the internet. She didn't have YouTube. She wasn't reading books. She didn't have time to read books about how to raise children,
Yeah,
right?
you just figured it out.
She just figured it out, you know? And she had raised 2 daughters. She's trying to raise 3 boys. We're in foster care. And she doesn't know if she's going to legally adopt us yet. So, like, around, like, when I could start, like, 4 or 5, I could start forming sentences or whatever. We weren't adopted yet. And I would call her mom. Chill. Chill with that mom shit, bro. And her nickname was Tata. Like, she had grandkids at this time.
Because she was older.
She was older. She's in
Yeah.
her 50s. She has grandkids. And she was like, yo, call me Tata, like the grandkids, because I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want that to form my decision making if you start calling me mom. It has to come from my heart.
Did
not
the
yours.
government pair you guys together?
That's I don't know how it works now, but I know then you couldn't separate siblings. But
I mean with your mom, with your adopted mom. Or was she like a family friend?
the government just randomly paired us. Yeah.
And she was. Are you happy with that pairing?
Yeah. Listen, was she insane? Yes. And I only say that shit because I'm gonna talk shit about her in future specials and stuff and on pods, right? but she was also amazing.
Yeah.
You know, she had her faults, yes, but she was amazing.
So you said you met your dad at 25.
I didn't meet him. I punked out.
You punked out. So how did he find out about you?
Okay, so
Do you mind turning on the AC, Ani? Thanks.
my older brother, who I wasn't raised with, because he was when we were going to foster care, he was in DR with his father, who my mother cheated on and had me, right? Anyway, my brother has connections in DR. He talked to one of my mother's best friends, and she was like, "Oh, she was fucking this dude," and so my brother was like, "Hey, listen, I found out who your dad is," and he told me that whole abortion shit. All
Did
the
you
stuff.
want to know?
I think at the time I did, yeah. So
At the time, do you wish you didn't know?
yes, yeah, I would, because he has money, but he also has like 15 other kids, right? So I'm like, that seems like a headache, right? I would want to come in there, get to know him, if I was already established in life, right? Because I don't care about my other siblings. I don't know them, you know.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to get to know the guy that fucking shot out his balls, bro. That'd be cool.
15. So 15 half siblings.
Something like that. I'm just,
How about on your mom's side? How many half siblings?
my mom only had me and my 3 brothers.
Okay, so you found out, and how did
We
he,
all had different dads, by the way.
Yeah. Did he find out?
He found out, yes, because he was coming to New York to check in on his stores in the city,
What type of stores?
delis and stuff, as far as I know. And
You should just write bad reviews.
I don't know what these plantains was shit.
And the owner is a piece of.
Owner's an asshole. It's too many children. My brother went to visit him. My older brother went to go to his estate in Dominican Republic, and then he was like, "You got a lot of brothers and sisters, bro." And as soon as he told me, if you
deli owners.
and you know what? Like in my head, this is what I thought about. I was like, I bet you he hates all his kids. Not like hates them. Like he loves them, but he also hates that he has them.
Yeah.
Right? Like they're all people depending on him to die so they can get rich. I'm just making this shit
Did you
up.
ever reach out to him?
Through my brother, yeah.
And you were supposed to meet him,
In New York.
and you didn't. Did you just ghost him?
I just ghosted him. Yeah, I was like,
How does it feel like?
yeah, boy.
The tables are turned. No, but that, yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Are you happy with that decision?
I don't know. We'll talk in 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Because, I do want to know, his health history and shit. Like, do I got to worry about anything? But listen, I saw a picture of him. We have the same eyebrows. So I'm pretty sure that's my dad. And
He's a Mac, too.
He's a Mac. Well, he fucked my mom. He was 50 when he fucked my mom's.
How old was your mom?
30 something. Yeah, he was a Mac out there. And I heard he pulled out his dick on the first day. He just pulled that shit out. He was like, look at this shit. Behold. And then she was...
Just like, you take it or leave it.
she was like, come on. Have you ever seen anything like this? And my mom... This is a story from my mom, by the way. She was like, I knew right there I had to fuck this guy.
Just because he had a massive dick.
Massive cock.
Hey, you can't be that mad at him. Unless he left you a little dick. Unless he left you a little dick.
No. I'm a proud member of this club. I'm a proud member of that club, boy. Listen, I would love to meet him, but I wanna be a little bit more established, right? I really don't need anything he has to offer. Mm-hmm. But he's an older man, so time is ticking.
Yeah.
And I have no tabs on him, so he could be dead right now, and I could be talking about him, but I have no idea.
Do you keep in contact with your foster family?
Of course, yeah.
That's your family.
I mean, yeah.
And, yeah, that's who
In a
raised you.
sense,
Like,
yes.
yeah.
But I'm not close. Are you close with your family?
Yeah, I am close. with
Really?
my- Because we went through a time where I didn't know if I was going to be close to them, but I had to confront them and deal with all the demons. And I'm an only child. Like, I don't want to be alone. I don't want to leave them alone.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not an only child.
See, like, Ani and I, shout out Ani Moosh, producer, amazing, extraordinaire.
Too much content studios.
But we're only children, and like when I'm all that can take care of them.
Oh, you think about that shit.
Yeah, like my mom isn't remarried, doesn't have like a boyfriend. She lives on her own. Like once I'm gone, like out into the world, like I can't take care of her. She doesn't really have anybody. Like my dad's remarried, but still, it's like.
Do you have your dad's remarried?
I have step siblings, but not half siblings.
Oh, okay.
And they're young. They're 12 and 16-year-old girls.
You don't wanna
Like
talk to them.
they're very nice. No, I love them, but
Yeah?
they're like but it's not like a sibling relationship. You know what I mean?
How old were you when your dad remarried?
So I was telling you. I guess we can get into it now that we're a little bit into the pod. I just didn't want to open up the podcast with real like family secrets. You know what I mean? But now that we're into it, like. Yeah, so my mom, I was saying the story on my mom, like, told me to, like, had me tell my dad that they were getting a divorce and that they were cheating. No.
Have you said that on the pod?
I think I've said it before, yeah.
So I just want to reiterate.
Yeah.
Your mom did some gangster shit.
I'll tell you the whole story. Do you want to hear, like, the law? Like,
Yeah.
I was 8th grade, spring break of 8th grade.
In the middle of the school year she did this
Yeah,
shit?
spring break.
Man, this... I don't
So
mean to call your
she-
mom. Listen, when I say bitch and shit like
I
that,
don't-
I say what
I don't care.
I'm just saying. But, like, damn, that bitch calculated, bro.
Yeah.
Because...
Flies me to Baltimore to a family's house.
Your mom or your dad?
Mom's.
Mom's.
Flies me to Baltimore. We have a great time in Baltimore. Like 4 days in, she wakes me up, calls me into her room one morning. And I know this is a tough situation for her too. And she had a lot of shit going on, so I've forgiven her for all this shit. Like, and she's like, your father's cheating on me and we're getting a divorce. And I'm like freaking out. Like I'm young. I'm
How old are you?
At that time, 8th grade. How old are you in 8th grade?
13. 12, 13.
12, like, that's an earth-shattering moment.
Yes.
You know? So I run out of the room. I call my dad. I'm like, you're cheating on mom. You're getting a divorce. He's like, what are you talking about? Like, that's how he found out.
He's like, yo, she knows?
Yeah.
Yo, wait. Does she know or do you know?
That's my stepmom. So they've been together ever since.
Oh, I wonder if you can call that cheating.
I mean, I think you can.
Oh, no, bro.
But they have been together ever since. And I love Tori, like my stepmom. She's great. But
does your mom get along with your dad? Oh, no.
They don't get along, but they're cordial finally. Like my mom took him to court for a long time. Like it was just a really bad breakup. That's why we'll talk about I get scared. Like, Ani, if you want to jump on Mike for this conversation, your parents are together still. Like
Correct.
my parent, that was such a bad, traumatic breakup. The first one I ever saw. That like I'm scared to jump into relationships.
I had a question for you.
Yeah.
Ani, I got a question for both of you. Ani, I know for a fact that your mom met your dad after he had kids and was pretty broke.
Yeah.
Your mom, did she meet your dad while they were on the come up?
So my mom, met my dad still living with my grandma. So she just moved in.
And what was your dad doing at the time?
Nothing crazy.
Nothing. But was he making money?
Yeah, he was making money.
Good money? Decent money?
I think so.
I wonder
But
if
he
this
was
correlate- if
he
you're
was a
poor-
musician at first. So no, he wasn't making money until later in the relationship.
okay.
He was a musician at first.
Has your
And-
dad ever made good money?
Yeah, I mean, they had 2 businesses together.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to see if that ties in. Maybe when the money comes, like, what am I doing?
Yeah, I think my mom was too straight edge for my dad. Like they didn't.
He's a musician.
Yeah, and
What
she's
kind of
a
music-
teacher.
What kind of
He
musician?
was like a metal drummer early on.
Oh fuck! Wait! Your mom got a store because there's no way. How do they ever meet?
my mom was dating another dude in my dad's band.
Yo, your dad's a Mac, son. Yo.
I saw that guy in a mall with my dad like 4 or 5 years ago. The guy he stole my mom from. And he was so upset looking at me because I look a lot like my mom and my dad that he just kept like looking at me and shit.
He just, bro, you gonna rub this shit on. Was he working at the mall?
No, he was just at the
Okay.
mall. He was like
scooping ice cream in the kids.
he's like, you want me to give you a face scrub? Like he's one of those guys.
Your dad just wanted to feel good that day, you know?
No, my mom was engaged when she was like 22 to a diamond farmer in Australia. What? Billionaire diamond farmer.
Sam, I'm telling you, there's something you don't know.
That's something you don't know about your mom, bro.
Her favorite rapper's Lil Wayne, also.
No,
by
my
the
mom
way.
my mom was like a model girl. Like she was a model when she was younger. And so she was engaged to this diamond farmer when she was 22, but I think she was coerced by my grandma out of it, but also she would have had to move to Australia to work on the diamond farm, so she didn't do that.
Why would she have to work if you were dating a billionaire?
No, like to live on the diamond farm, not
okay.
like not work. No, she's not mining diamonds. She's like,
imagine.
he's like, bitch, work, and she's.
You don't see the rest of the Aborigines out here working. You don't get what they're doing. You don't see it. Go out there.
He hands
ho.
her a pickaxe at the wedding, and he's like, get to work. No, but the whole point of this is I'm scared. Like I don't like getting in relationships because I feel like it's gonna turn out bad. Because like early on, it was like the first relationship I ever saw end was so bad that like I get scared to like get in relationships.
When's the last time you were in a relationship?
I got broken up with right before quarantine.
Did you want to get broken up with?
No,
No?
that shattered my fucking
Oh,
world.
fucking
That's what
sucks.
helped me. That's why this is a self-help podcast. Is because I wanted people to like help me out of the dark place.
Oh, that's
I
why
was
it's like
in.
bucked up. Yeah, we gotta buck up out here.
Because it was like because it was like I bucked up. Like I fucked up and
Oh.
like I realized I was doing stuff wrong. Like I was just an angry person.
You?
Yeah, in relationships, because that's all I saw growing up was yelling. Like in relationships, I get angry.
You
When I feel small, like when I feel like insecure and small, I get angry, and that was something that I had to get over. And I don't even know if I'm over it, but she called me out when she broke up with me on it.
word? She was like, yo.
Yeah,
shit.
she like called me out on all the shit I needed to change.
Oh shit.
Like, and not just like
Is she your age or older?
my age, but she had a full ride to law school. Had a full ride
She's
to
a smart
college.
person.
Like, she called me out on shit that was like I actually did need to change, which is worse than like bullshit.
'Cause you know, yeah.
Because at first you're like, that's not right, and then like.
And by the way, you know, because it's always
She's like,
and by
the people
way.
you're hanging with are pulling you down, like that type of shit. And you're like, no. And then you realize you just wasted so much time on bullshit.
Oh shit, man. Damn, she's smart too. Like
Yeah, that's when you're like,
that's
okay.
the worst part. Is like,
You ever get your like
my chain
world
pulled?
wrecked?
Not like that. Well, yeah. Like, what do you mean, like a hard breakup?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. When I was in the army, I got with this girl. Bro, I met her right after basic training in New York City, and I was in love within 25 seconds. But if you listen to the Mac, I'm always in love. Like I'm that guy. I fall in love with my eyes, and I build a story in my head. And this fucking girl matched up with the story. Like, it was the first time that ever happened. You know?
Well, you're talking about the story with that one girl. You like the girl I was always with. Like she turned me down for so
Oh
long.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But this girl, I was like, yeah, I was in love with this chick, son. Like we started off like a Woody Allen movie. Shout out that rapist. But like,
She was a small Asian girl.
she was from Morocco, so close enough.
You were fucking French Montana.
Bro, I almost converted to becoming a Muslim for her. while in the army, in the infantry.
Okay, wait.
I swear to God.
She's like, you're gonna have to. She was just trying to get you to join ISIS. She was just. That was a
No.
long con. They got the Al Qaeda got the long con.
Let me tell you something.
I'm sorry. That's gonna get me canceled right there. That joke is. They're
I know.
gonna.
They
Someone's gonna play that
This guy's
sometime.
pouring his heart out about his heartbreak with this beautiful muscle.
I'm gonna get no. So.
I mean, if you would have told
No,
me
but
back
you-
then,
you-
I would be like pro-Palestinian and shit. But
You
like,
actually
now,
were like
Zionist! I'm joking.
people think I'm so Jewish looking
I
that they
know.
say pro-Israel shit to me all the time. Back to this shit. You actually like were gonna convert.
Bro, I went through Ramadan for her.
You loved her.
I
Was she ever
I
into
wanted-
you? Or was she just like
Here's the thing. I think girls get infatuated with me at first, right? And then they realize, oh, this guy is gonna get a lot of work. I'm the opposite of you know how like I'm whatever that narrative was, where they were like, stop trying to fix men, right? Well, it worked on most women I'm with. Like they were like, this guy's awesome. He's fun to be around. Yada yada yada. And then they realize, oh, this motherfucker can't like change a tire. He can't like
yeah,
build
we're
anything.
comedians.
We're
Whenever I
yeah.
see those memes, I get mad. I'm
Me
like,
too.
I do the Arthur fist. You know, I'm like, shit.
I just so like, you know, yeah, man. And also, she's from a totally different culture than I am. Like, she was so much closer with her family.
When did you get broken up with?
Yeah, you know what? I knew we were gonna break up months before it happened. Because one day she calls me. She comes from a big family, a loving family. They all love each other so fucking much. And she calls me one day. And she goes, "I don't think I want children at all." And just kind of randomly, bro. And we were dating. And we were always talking about being married and having kids. I'm like, definitely, there's a part of that sentence missing. Like she just doesn't want to have children with me,
Yeah.
right? And then that's when we're gonna break up. Fucking, we broke up. And a month before we broke up, I was at a Drake concert. I was like, I knew we were breaking up. Like it was just downhill. And then we broke up, maybe like in August of 2016.
Okay. And when it happened, were you weren't shocked?
Yeah, she got her sister to break up with me.
She's like my mom. Were you dating my mom?
I think I'm dating your mom, dog. She got her sister to break up with me.
How long have you been together? And you were in the army.
I was in the army.
Were you deployed?
No, I was in D.C. though. It's a specialized unit for the it's called the Old Guard. But in the army, yo, bro, honestly, I think I fell in love quicker and faster and harder than ever. Because I was in the army.
Because you want that like
Well,
connection.
everyone around, all my boys are getting married.
Do you think it's because like you just want something at home that's like you just
Probably-
want like a connection
It
at
could
home?
have been that. It really could have been that. But
Because that's like a thing.
I think yeah, she was from Brooklyn. She was from New York, and I was only in D.C. I was in Washington D.C. I was only I would go there every 2 weeks, bro. That's how in love I was with this bitch. I don't remember your original question though.
When she broke up with you, were you like,
Oh, I was shattered, bro. I did some embarrassing shit like 6 months. Oh my god, I sent her like a text message like, "Yo, you're gonna regret this shit." You know how embarrassing that is, Sam? That's the opposite.
I'm gonna have a glow up?
Basically, I sent her that.
No, I've been there and I've sent
It's-
these things, so don't feel bad.
Sam,
But like,
it's just so embarrassing, bro, because I was like, you watch, I'm gonna be on every motherfucking billboard, yo. You're gonna see me on every. This is before I even really thought I was gonna get into comedy. And I was like, I'm just gonna, because in my head, I'm like, I gotta make sure this bitch never forgets me. But I'm still gonna put a billboard in front of her. I know where she lives. Like, I'm gonna put up billboards all over.
have you gotten over it?
Yes, but like recently, like 2 years ago. It took a while for me because I was willing to change religions.
That's why. Yeah, that's why.
You know what I mean?
That's why.
Well, at least fake it.
Are you religious?
Nah, I would have faked that whole
Are you
shit.
religious at all? Do you believe in God, spiritual?
I believe
Spirit.
in-
That was the whitest one. Spiritual.
Spirituality?
Spirituality. Yeah.
Because I'm Spanish, I'm very. I just recently had I believe in God. It has to be real. You know?
What you said you just had?
Yeah,
What happened?
bro.
I'll tell you my experience after you, but you.
No,
have
no,
to-
go ahead, go ahead.
No, I want to hear yours.
You know, like we're comics and we do this is weird. Like this is a weird life. So like I felt like I was making so many mistakes. They could have cost friendships. I was fucking up my money. And I don't know, dude. Like I just got so lucky. I was like, just gotta be someone looking out for me. Something's looking out for me, and he's getting orders from somebody else to look out for me. Cause like, yo, I just kept getting lucky.
Was there a moment though when you like?
Bro, I had no way to pay rent. You know what I mean? Like, no way. I flunked out of school, and I was getting paid through the Army to stay in school. So, but I wasn't attending classes. I was just using this money to fund my way so I can do comedy as much as possible, so I can get good as fast as possible, right? Because I started at 26, so I felt like I was an old man already. So whatever, man. Like I fucking, I lost my train of fucking thought.
You couldn't pay rent.
I couldn't pay rent, bro, and because I flunked out of school, and I just got hired at some job. This is right before the pandemic, right? I just got hired at some job. It was for an app company, and it was a no-show job. One of my buddies was like, "Yo, they want me to hire an assistant, but we don't even have an office." And honestly, I don't want to hire an assistant, right? If I hire you, all you got to do is two things. Give me half the check you get. You never have to come in. But in case that you do, we could work something out. You get paid more money. And I was like, all right, cool. And then 2 months later, the pandemic hits. I can't go to school. I don't have money coming in. Rent is due. I'm like 3 months behind. And I get to file for unemployment. Plus, I got, because I was because I was getting paid military money, I was able to apply for a stimulus check at the same time. So like all that came through. I was able to like pay rent. I owe people some money. I paid them off. And I was like, yo, dude, I don't know, man. Like I feel so lucky and I can't. It was some of the decisions I made, they were terrible. Some decisions I made, they could have got me in trouble. They were great. But like I feel like this, I don't know, I just feel like there's someone looking out.
I totally agree. I feel weird when people don't feel like something is looking out for them. And that thing can be yourself. Like there's this book, Be Here Now, that Ram Dass wrote. And he talks about like seeing a homeless dude on the street. Stay with me here.
I got you.
Screaming that he's Jesus. He's like, I'm and Ram Dass goes up to him. He's like, that's amazing, dude. Like, I'm Jesus too. And the homeless guy's like, no, you're not. Like, I'm Jesus. And Ram Dass is like, oh, that guy isn't because he doesn't realize we all are.
Oh,
And
damn, son.
Not to like, if you take Jesus out of it, because that's such like a shitty.
I know.
But like,
We all on each other and
special.
we've all been, yeah.
If you believe that everyone is special and can like be their own leader out of tough times, then like you yourself will then be special. Does that make sense?
Yes. I don't know. I feel like
We're drinking today. We're
I feel
high.
like an eye opened in the middle of my forehead just now.
Well, when
Like,
I did DMT, I like feel like I met my higher power.
Word?
Yeah. Have you ever done it?
I've never done it, but I heard sometimes it doesn't work, so I'm not gonna.
So
fucking-
it's
and it's hard to come by.
yeah. I feel like I'm like Joe Rogan talking about DMT on the. For real. It's like every episode now I talk about DMT, but for real, it like I was going through the breakup. I had lost stand up through the pandemic, so I didn't. That was like when I couldn't do it. So it was like stand up
God.
gone,
Thank God.
girlfriend
That would have
gone.
been terrible sets. You would have hated it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. The day she broke up with me, I had tickets to Kill Tony. And I went to Kill Tony, and my friends made me sign up, and I was just praying he didn't pick me. He didn't pick me because I've been on Kill Tony twice. Like, Tony knows me.
Shit.
But, like, I was praying because I was just crying in the back of the comedy club, and I was like, please don't pick me.
No.
Please don't pick me.
That's
Am
how I
gonna-
know I was really in love, because I cried in public. for this
Yeah.
chick.
When she first broke up with me and she left, I made her call an Uber. Like, I made her leave. I just had explosive diarrhea for like
Whoa.
2 hours.
You got broken up with, and you didn't get a broken heart, but you got Crohn's.
Got broken asshole.
You got a broken asshole, bro.
And what were we even talking about?
We were talking about
Your third eye.
The third DMT, right?
DMT.
We
You
got
met your
from
maker.
DMT to shitting.
yeah.
When I did it, I was going through a really dark time, and the shaman who told me to put me through it, like, gave me the whole like.
You went to like an actual place.
I mean, I did it in his basement, but like, he's a spiritual guy.
It's the way his decoration was, yo.
He had a lot of crystals
Yeah, a lot of
around.
crystals in the house, man.
But
He had,
when I-
he had a cup of rice, and he had dimes in that shit, bro. Yeah, dimes and crystals in that motherfucker to bring him wealth. That's how I knew.
But when he was like, you have to go up with questions. So it's the thing that's left that, when you die and when you're born, it's the thing that goes through your body. So
Yes,
when you
yes,
do
yes.
DMT, you literally leave your body. You go to that dimension that you're in before you're born and after you die.
Okay.
And that's where your higher powers. I know I also did drugs in a guy's basement,
I
but
know.
this was real to me as if this conversation was real to me. And so I leave, and the only thing I had lost a lot of weight. I had started the only question I had for my higher power was like, what can I do to better? Like, what can I do to be my best self?
He was like, listen to your ex-girlfriend. She was fucking right, dude.
Well,
Change all that shit.
he was like, if that's the only.
I already talked to you through her, stupid.
He gave
but
you
I
a
guess,
scroll.
I guess you fucking needed to hear me. You fucking idiot. I gave you the signs to do better. I said the exact words you needed to hear. Through your ex. She told you it all. Get rid of your friends. They're pulling you down.
Why is my god Italian? That's what I want to
I don't know.
You're just going to do it to the Godfather.
I don't know if that's the guy. I feel like there's more casino-ish. Yeah.
But I feel so disingenuous now.
Why?
No, because I was like, if saying what do I need to do to be my best self is the only question you have for me, then you know what you're supposed to do. Like you're on the right path. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was Buddha.
What?
It was Buddha.
Like Buddha was your god?
Yeah.
That fat motherfucker?
Fat Asian dude.
Fat Asian!
I saw a fat Asian dude when I
Whoa.
went up. And this is not a joke. And I swear to God,
Yeah.
right before I did EMT, I was eating spare ribs. Like Chinese food spare ribs.
Oh my God.
And I swear to God, I don't know if that's why I saw Buddha or not.
Look. Yo, that's
Like
fucking great.
I don't even want to do that joke on stage because it's so real.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
people are gonna think it's the stupidest joke. Like they're gonna be like, "That's the dumbest joke
It
I've
might
ever
work
heard."
though. It might work.
But
I
it's
did
one-
DMT. I did DMT, but before I did DMT, I went to the Chinese restaurant and got some spare ribs, and that's saw Buddha. Where's Buddha from? Like, where is?
Is he China?
forget.
Can you Ani
Google
Google?
that?
I should
Hey.
know where my god is
Yeah,
from.
bro.
I should.
Come on, bro. What are you doing, bro? This is honestly. Can we call his ex-girlfriend and see what else
She
he could
lives.
be doing
She
better?
lives pretty close. I'm pretty sure she lives a couple
Get
blocks
outta
away.
here. Get out. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Do you ever wish you bumped into her?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. With Griselda.
I know.
With the Griselda team.
Well,
How
she has,
great would that
she has
be?
me blocked on everything, but like I want.
All right, Buddha is an Buddhism is an Indian religion.
I should have known that. It was a type of Asian. We didn't know what kind of Asian.
Different Asian.
A different Asian. But
Asian light.
Yeah,
What? Is that fucked up?
No.
Is that wrong?
No. Isn't it weird that Buddha also has swastika tattooed on his belly?
What? I've never seen a Buddha.
Like
with a swastika.
anytime
I know.
before the 40s, like if you see
does
any
it?
Buddha, because swastika was a meaning of peace and
right? Yeah.
togetherness. So
I didn't know
Buddha,
they had it on
Buddha
the Buddha,
had
though.
him on its stomach.
He was just rocking it like a chain.
Yeah.
It was like his
It was like his thug
Thug-
life, the
thug life, thug
Tupac thug life,
thug
but he
life.
had
That's thug life is a get game swastika. You know, and he's
No, but I
God, so
do-
he knows what it would have meant,
yeah.
right? That's kind of your fault, bro. Like, see, God do make mistakes.
I don't condone that.
No, I'm kidding.
No,
man.
but I do feel like I should run it. Like I feel like I'm gonna run
wanna
into
run
it,
to
but
him?
I don't.
Yeah, this was crazy.
But I feel like wanting to shows me that I shouldn't.
Yeah, very true, very true. Would you? So you're scared to get into a relationship because you saw such a bad first one with your parents,
And
right?
then like when she called me out on all my shit, I've never been broken up with. I've always been the breaker upper. So when she
how many
broke
I mean, you're only 23. How many relationships have you
four breakups.
been in? Okay, for real breakup. Like You
Yeah.
have to call this chick or text her. Or
Yeah,
whatever
exactly.
you do.
Yeah, in person.
Oh, those are the worst.
I had sex with a girl, then broke up with her like an hour later.
I tried to with the Muslim girl because she was cheating on me. So I remembered that the girlfriend before her, the
How you have time for fucking when you're praying 5 times a day?
she's a modern day Muslim. Yeah, so she don't do all that shit. She just celebrates Ramadan basically, and she doesn't eat pork. And after that, it's all free game. But I knew I was gonna break up with her before we actually broke up because I call her like cheat. This is how much I love this chick. I never forgive. I will never do that today. But she fucking I had her phone. We were coming back from Six Flags.
She left in the bathroom. Tinder wasn't deleted. I went to go make her tea.
Dude, I'm such a. Yo, I was such a.
I was smoking a Cuban, drinking an old fashioned.
Why you, bro? Yo, this shit repeats itself, bro. History always repeats itself, dude.
What Justin Timberlake say? What goes around,
comes around, bro. So this is when I'm in love, bro. I lose myself. I really do, and
In
that's
the
why
music,
I'm
the
not in
moment.
good.
Sorry, I don't.
lose myself in the movie.
All right, you lose yourself.
Yeah, I lose myself, and I become a cuck, bro. Like kind of in a way. I don't know. Honestly, I don't think I could ever fall in love again, bro. Truthfully, I don't think I could. I don't think I could. Go ahead, Ani. Well,
She's just shaking. Don't listen to her. I told her to draw and not talk.
yo, draw Muhammad, bro. Come on, man. We told you to do that shit earlier, man.
No,
for this
do you
episode.
really? Ani, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just waiting for the no negativity drop.
You don't feel like you could ever love again?
bro?
Wait, you have to
on,
finish the
Kevin.
story about you catching her cheating.
So we're coming back from Six Flags, and my phone, comes to the light, bro. It always does, son. So she took me. She wanted to go to Six Flags. We go to Six Flags with her and her brother, right? My phone drops at Six Flags and it's not working. So she was driving back, and I couldn't use the navigation thing, and she didn't have anything to hold the phones up. So she gives me her phone, and then she receives like halfway through this ride, she receives like 4 text messages, and I look, and it's from an unsaved number, but it was like kissy face or some shit like that, and it was like flirty vibes, and I clicked and I started just reading through. I'm like, shit, I shouldn't be reading this shit, but I gotta know what the fuck is going on. Is this a dude or what's up? So I'm looking, but like I'm also scared. I don't want her to see that I'm looking. So
Her brother's in the back.
her brother's in the back seat, but he's in his own world. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna check tonight. So I checked her phone like a little bitch, and I checked her phone, and I saw it was a dude. She was sending him like goodnight pictures and shit, like nothing crazy, But it was a lot.
Yeah.
So the next night, after I read what I read, I fell asleep. I woke up. For some reason, I was staying at her place with her family. And for some reason, everybody left except for her. And I woke up and I was like, I'm going to break up with her. But before I break up with her, I'm going to fuck. I'm going to get some pussy, some last time pussy. And the reason why I did that is because when I broke up with my girl, before her, we never had sex. We didn't have like we just had like a general breakup, like we just outgrew each other, but we didn't think to fuck. And I always regret it. That's how I'm gonna fuck because I love this shit and pussy's great. So I fucked this chick, and then after I came, I went to the living room and I was like, "Yo, can I ask you a question? If I cheated on you, would you be mad?" She was like, "What?" I said, "If I cheated on you, would you be upset? Like if I was talking to another girl, if you went through my phone right now and found that I was having a conversation with another girl and I was sending her goodnight selfies and stuff, and she was sending me goodnight selfies, would you be upset?" She was like, I'll fuck you up right here, right now. And I was like, "All right, bitch. So I gotta break up with you then, because you a fake hoe." And I grab all my shit. She goes, "What the fuck is going on?" I look through your phone. I saw the text message with this dude. Y'all, I'm not gonna play that shit. And then she has one of these New York doors, bro. And it has 19 locks on that shit. So I'm over here trying to figure shit out, bro. But I'm trying to make a dramatic exit, bro. I'm like, so I get like, I said, hey, can you help me out with this shit, bitch? And she comes and she starts locking everything back up. And she goes, "We're gonna talk about this shit. I'm gonna let you know what happened." She blamed it on me. I bit, and we stood together for like 2 more months.
And then she broke up with you.
And then she got her sister to break up with me.
That's a max, son.
Yo, she maxed me out, bro.
She did.
She outmaxed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll get. I think you'll find love again.
I think when I start making money.
That's a real thing. Wait. This is a thing that I've been. Remember when you're 16 and people are like, that relationship isn't gonna work out,
Yes.
and you don't believe them, but like it's true.
It's true.
And then when you get older, like in your 20s, they don't say it as much, but they feel it, like early 20s.
But you're scared to admit it.
because your life isn't like set. You can't be in a relationship if your life isn't set. Like, how are you gonna settle with someone if you're not settled yourself?
I gotta be able to tell this bitch what my life is gonna be. Like, I gotta be able to, like, yo, I go out on the weekends to different cities, different states, to get paid, to talk shit, and I do a podcast, and I spend all my nights at comedy clubs. Are you okay with that? But now, the way my life is we're so new at this shit. I do podcasts as much as I can because I think that's just a part of our business now. And my comedy shit is like, yo, I could be out on the road one weekend and like have to like go paint a house the next weekend.
Yeah.
Right? Actually, I don't want to put a person through that shit. Like, you don't know when money's coming in. You don't know, like, I don't have a really a good schedule. I don't have a manager. It's too rough.
That was the thing, like, with my ex, with the breakup, and she was like, this is such a stupid, I was like, do you still believe in my comedy? Like,
well, she's smart, and she told you all the right things, so what did she say?
And she was like, yeah, like, this has nothing to, like, that was the thing, is, like, she was fine with me going to Mike's, and, like, she listened to every set I did.
Whoa. Damn, I could tell, nah.
It was like...
So she just didn't like your friends. And she was justified.
I was in a place where I just felt content. I was drinking a lot. I was just like chill. I wasn't going after anything. Yeah. And I feel like girls don't want a guy who's not going after anything. Like, as soon as you stop moving, you're dead in the water.
You know, the girl, the best friend that I fucked up with, I think she thought this shit was gonna be like a gimmick. Like, I would do it for a couple of months and then I go become a real estate agent or something. And the moment she saw, like, oh shit, he's getting kind of good, and like he looks like he's not gonna stop anytime soon. Then she started like, yo, can you at least like not go out on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and spend it with me? And once she said that shit, I was like, in my head it was over.
Yeah. That's
when I should have broke up with her instead of like downloading Tinder.
Yeah, I did. I told her at the beginning of a relationship that I'll choose comedy over her every time.
Yo, that's a rough. And I would too. Any girl.
Comedy's. I was like, comedy. If I don't have comedy, then I don't have life. Like
Yeah.
I told you, we started this podcast saying that when I was 16, there was literally no other option for me. Like I can't give that up. When I was 16 and I felt like nothing, I didn't say love is the thing that's going to keep me going. I didn't. I said
Yeah.
comedy was. And I have to stick to that because that's my God telling me what honestly is the thing I have to pursue.
You're fucking Buddha, yo. You're spare ribs.
Call me Spare Ribs.
Spare ribs out here.
That's going to be the name of my special, just Spare Ribs.
rib.
Man, this was awesome. You asked me, like, what is our conversation going to be like?
I know.
And I don't have, like, people get mad at me for not having a comedy podcast.
Can I say, I kind of have I have 2 comedy podcasts, and I like this shit better.
Yeah.
But I only do comedy podcasts because, like, other people think they're funny, and I like to, like, tell them they're not.
I just like being serious. Like, I like serious conversation.
Well, serious conversation, I mean, I like it. And we could always make it funny. Right? It doesn't
I
have
hope
to-
people laughed at some certain things in here.
I'm
But it's like
sure.
a journal for me, too. Like, this is a journal that I'll release to the world.
That's awesome.
And I have a lot of rappers on.
Yo, that's crazy.
You were saying that shit to me earlier.
Yeah, like if 12-year-old, I mean, if you went up to 12-year-old Jew and was like, yo, bro, you gonna, in your 20s, you're just gonna have a black fan base of rappers. Like, that's fucking crazy, bro. Like, you're a white
Yeah.
boy from fucking.
I grew up in the
Cape
wood,
Cod,
but I also
bro.
grew up in the woods it is wild, but I'm not trying to be like,
I know, and you're not like any white, like, you don't sound like Vlad.
yeah, I don't try, I just like what I like. Like, I like what I like.
I thought Vlad was like Puerto Rican or black for the longest time. I had
No,
no
he's white
idea
as shit.
he was white.
He's white as shit.
Yeah, I thought Vlad was like like it was supposed to be like an acronym for something I didn't know about.
I think he's Russian.
Is he?
Vlad?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Vladimir? Isn't that Russian? I feel like you thought of as Russian.
Yeah, I bet you she gets it all the time.
Yeah, well, I mean, Armenia was once part of the Soviet Union when it was taken over and blah, blah, blah. We're right there. We're right next to Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're Russian.
Do you? Because Bucked Up is doing some numbers now, bro. You getting something.
For who I
Yeah,
am,
yeah.
for like someone who has no pull at all in Massachusetts.
Sure. We could be humble. That's fine. But what I'm saying, it's getting fun. Like, people are listening.
Yeah.
You know, that's what matters to us, right? Do you feel like more swagged out than your peers right now?
No, because I just want to be. I don't do it for the. This sounds so stupid, but it's true. I don't do it for the listens. I do it for. I just want to network and create as many friendships with cool people as possible.
Man, I want to smash this mic in your face too for saying that. Just like, shut up. Fucking.
But it's true. Like, I get to meet so many people.
That is true.
And like, because of the people I've met and interviewed in my past, when I went to the Benny the Butcher pop-up shop yesterday, and one of my favorite photographers and one of the biggest rap photographers, 1,000 Words, he takes a picture of me and posts it on his page. It's like, I don't care about anything other than like, oh, he respects me enough to do that. And comedy, I want to be undeniable. Like, I don't get booked because of my podcast. I want to get booked because, like, when
this
I
guy's
go,
hilarious, yeah.
I make people laugh.
Yeah.
Comedy was, if I had to choose if I had to drop this podcast and just do stand-up, I would do stand-up.
If someone gave you an ultimatum.
Yeah, I would choose stand-up because that's it. Like, that's...
Nah, I want both.
I want both too.
both.
I want both too, but
Yeah.
like, fuck, I get... Rogan was able to do both, and that was the first positive influence I ever saw in my life.
And then out of that, so many others.
For real. And
So
he was
many
able to
others.
create a network of people who also were successful because of the platform he gave them.
You know, that's interesting. Like, when you don't care if other people are successful, how successful everyone could be.
That's literally my whole thing is like, I want everyone to be successful.
Yes.
Because then like, I get to know successful people and hopefully I get to be successful myself.
Yeah.
Like, I believe in if you say everyone's Jesus, then you're Jesus yourself. It's that Ram Dass shit.
go, boy.
It's true.
Let's
If everyone's
go.
special, you're
Yo,
special.
Hey, I don't know who listens, but like, send us to Duncan Trussell.
I would love to have Duncan Trussell on.
I love Love Duncan Trussell. He said shit that like kind of changed the course of my life. And if you ask me what it is right now, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Actually, one is you could always be nicer. Right? You could always be nicer.
Yeah. Shout out
Shout
Duncan
out-
Trussell.
shout out DT.
I know we need to stop this because I just talked into my White Claw can instead of my microphone.
Yo,
Thank
thanks
you
for
so
having me
much, dude.
on,
This was
bro.
awesome.
Appreciate it, man.
Kevin Sanchez, do you want to plug your?
Kevin Sanchez. You can follow me on Instagram at It's Kevin Sanchez, on Twitter at Papa Sanchez, and please listen to my podcast, Doped Up and Dying, and the Mac Almanac.
Yeah, I've been on twice for Doped Up and
And
Dying.
he's gonna be on the Mac soon.
Ani, you want to plug your shit?
Yes, please. You can follow me at Ani_Moosh on Instagram and Twitter. You can also follow my art page by _Moosh. And if you are interested in any of these podcasts, you can check out toomuchcontent.live.
Awesome. Subscribe to Bucked Up and just shout out. These aren't sponsors, but I want to shout out Family Trappers and Struggle Mike at Struggle Compound. They've done so much. Also, I was like, why we are selling T-shirts and hoodies at toomuchcontent.live. They're champion quality. They are champion. They're a collab with Not Finna, a skateboard company. So
Let's
check
go.
those out. Peace, everyone.